Thanks very much. Thanks particularly to the judges and to the National Press Foundation. If I'd woken up in a dream 5 years ago and think that I was being honored by an august national news organization for writing about utilities, I would have killed myself. I am fundamentally a storyteller, and my view is, well, what's the story there? Well, it's an amazing story. I'm old enough, I spent many of my years on the Wall Street Journal, and I was in the San Francisco bureau in the 1980s when the McCaw brothers were running around buying up cell phone tower rights. And then we saw the first cell phone. It was the size of a suitcase. And everyone said, who the hell wants one of those? And now every second grader in America has one. I had the privilege of actually interviewing George Mitchell, who is the grandfather of fracking. And for 25 years, everybody said, nobody will ever be able to squeeze oil and gas out of those tight shale formations. And George Mitchell got the recipe right and essentially changed the energy world. This is where we stand at this moment, in my opinion, in our opinion, on the utility paradigm. We've reached this crossing and tipping point where suddenly there's this coalescence of things that will, sooner than we recognize, will change the entire world in the way that we see the world and the way that we see the energy world. We are lucky at Bloomberg News because we have all these really smart beat reporters who every day go out and write these incredible stories about stuff that's breaking. And what we finally did was we saw these connections. Walmart is going to solarize all of its stores by 2020. Verizon is solarizing 1,000 data centers. In this, we understood that there were winners, but who were the losers? And we recognized that the losers potentially could be the utility industry. And this is phenomenal because this is the most interesting thing that has happened since Thomas Edison invented the grid. So what we did is we took the helicopter up 5,000 feet and began to see these connections. And then we discovered this report from the utility industries themselves who said, in a candid moment, we look like the airline industry and the telecom industry in 1975, and remember what happened to them. So this is our story, and if you want to go online and read it, I think we've done a pretty good job of looking forward. You know, when I go home and I tell my family, oh my God, I'm writing about energy, and it's the most interesting thing in the world, and they say, get another life. But it is. It's the story of the next decades, and you know, hats off to my colleagues and my editors for doing this, and thank you very much.